Oh, hey, viewers. So, it's been a little while, but we're back now with the round 2 of the GR Cup for 2021 here at Fuji Speedway with the Yaris GR something long name. But yeah, anyways, as you can see there, I've had some good success with the round 1, the GR Cup, got 203 points with the Super at Laguna Seca, and now I'm hoping to get a good result here because this race is a literal copy-paste of the Nations race from a little while ago in the exhibition season, I believe, but yeah. Anyway, so I'm hoping to get a good result here because I did well in that race, and furthermore, I really like how the Yaris feels around here on the racing tires. It really promotes you being smooth, and I don't know, I'm just kind of good with road cars in this game. I don't know why, but anyways, yeah, so just a quick rundown of the strategy here while we're at this loading screen, ghosting through, talking to people. Anyways, the strategy is a one-stop, simple, mediums to hards. So we're going to jump to qualifying here real quick, and see, I didn't really want to qualify behind someone to draft. I get that Fuji has like a nearly mile-long straightaway, but I still find that drafting is slower just because like you have to slow down for your corners, and also the person ahead may screw up. I'm not, like in a top tier lobby. I believe this is like second or third split, but third split with the points. But yeah, I still didn't really want to, so luckily I was the first out, and I was seeing if I could break the toe to the guy behind me, and turns out I did, so I decided to keep going. So even though there's really bad tire wear, I pushed a little just so I could get that one clean lap without towing the guy behind me, and I managed to get a 151.16. I mean, that's alright. I've gotten better in free practice, but it's whatever. So you can see here, this is my second qualifying lap, and my tires are just worn. I mean, they're not dead, but well, they're dead to Lewis Hamilton, but anyways, they're worn. So, and I screw up this third sector, so I go off, and I decide I'm not going to tow them about. I'm just going to let these guys go, and I'm leaving this here because you can see I'm just waiting. I'm going pretty slow. I'm not gaining any time at all, and then I decide, all right, I'm going to finish the lap, I want to jump back on track, and for some reason the game gives me a shortcut penalty. I get that I've been beyond the track limits, but come on, I didn't gain anything from that. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and show that, yep, I got third place for qualifying. There's my beautiful car, TPC, stickers, all that. And here we go for the race start. So, grid start as usual, so expecting chaos. It's Fuji turn 1, there's going to be chaos, so I got a pretty good start off the line. Some people were using traction control. I really didn't think you needed it. I don't know if it really helped or not, but I didn't do it, so whatever. It's a good launch. I'm pulling away from third. I thought I was braking a little late, but they were just braking early, and first and second kind of go off as they brake too late. I managed to get into first somehow. I had no idea how this happened, even though I even did like a little power slide. So, yeah, so we're in the lead of the race now, and that was interesting. I knew I could do well, and I was hoping I'd do well, but I didn't expect to do this well. But anyways, yeah, you can see I'm kind of taking these first corners pretty conservatively because, I mean, cold tires, I don't want to go ahead and drive off the track like a turn 1 like some other people did just because tires are cold. So we're taking it a little nice and easy. I mean, I have a gap to the person behind. They're not riding my bumper, so I can afford that a little. But now I can start pushing because I'm pretty confident tires are warmed up now that we've gone through 100R. So that's a pretty torturous corner for the tires and the hairpin. So we're going to ride along for the rest of this first lap just to see how it goes, just show you the kind of ebb and flow of the track. So you can see there, like, first place catches up a bit. The Dunlop is not really, sorry, not the hairpin, Dunlop's not really my strongest point because I kind of brake too early or brake too late. But you can see here, like, I'm pulling away, I'm pulling a gap to MOP Cantilever behind me, but then, they kind of catch me back up, and then I pull away again in the corner, and they kind of catch up in the next corner. So that's kind of how this race kind of unfolds for the first little bit here. So you can see I'm prioritizing getting that good exit speed, so I take it a little wide, leaves me vulnerable to dive down the inside, but it's fine. So you can see we're pulling away again. We engage warp drive here. This is real speed, by the way, not sped up at all. I had the fastest lap, it's kind of nice, but anyways, you can see here again, the gap's shrinking, the gap's increasing. It's just kind of doing that over and over. So we're going to go ahead and just show here how the gap is increasing now. So I think, oh great, I broke the toe, I can drive clear, I can drive freely and all that stuff. I take this corner a little slow. I could have taken that faster, but again, I was just trying to be a little cautious. I don't want to get a track limit penalty there. And because of that, I kind of go a little too aggressive into 100R. I take this corner pretty badly. I shouldn't have floored it. Take the hairpin pretty scruffily too. You can see I missed the apex by a mile, and you can see now MLP cantilever is back into slipstream range. So not ideal, but again, like I said, this race was a lot of ebb and flowing. To be honest, these people were a lot faster than me. I just was really good with this car, which is what let me stay up, and I got a good qualifying time. And yeah, so at this point though, I'm just kind of thinking, okay, let me see if I can break the toe again. If not, hopefully we won't fight too much and lose too much time, since everyone else is right behind them. So you can see here in this third sector, again, I'm able to get a pretty big gap. It's up to a second at this point, but then now it's going back down, and now it's going back up. It's going back down again. We're going to go into the final corner. We're going to try and maximize that exit speed so we get the good launch off the straight. And you can see here that it wasn't that great that time, and they are able to start catching up, and now they're in my slipstream. So again, not ideal, but it's lap 2 of 13. There's still plenty of time left in the race. So we're going to go ahead and jump to lap 4 now. So like I said, the race between me and MLP cantilever was just a lot of ebb and flowing, and eventually by this point they caught up to me. You can see my tires are not doing that well, and MLP cantilever actually is working with me to bump draft on the straight. So we come to the first braking point. I brake just a tad late. They get kind of the undercut. They get a better exit. So, but they kind of like tab me and go off. So this was a big mistake on my part. I let off because I'm like, I want to let them go through. They're faster than me. I'll slipstream them, you know, I'll keep up. But then going slow there kind of threw me off for Coca-Cola. And you can see there, I just lose a boatload of time through there because they were able to take the racing line. I didn't. And they took 100R way better than I did. So in the course of 2 corners, I not only gave the lead, but I lost the slipstream too. So that I went from being big brain to smooth brain right there. So I was pretty upset about that. I thought, God, that was an idiotic move. You know, my tires are dead. So by then at lap 5, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to pit early, try to go for the undercut. I mean, in testing, after about lap 5, my lap times died just because I was wearing the tires out too much. I can't tire save like these guys can. So I go in for the road pits. I can see everyone behind me kind of responds to that too. The 4 people behind me decide they're going to go jump in as well. So interesting to see how this goes. So I'm like, all right, now I just need a good outlap to see if I can get the undercut done, and hopefully these tires last till the end. Well, we're going to jump ahead to the end of lap 6. Spoilers, it was a terrible outlap. You can see there, DZ01 is right behind me, so we're going to go ahead and engage warp drive again. You can see we came out in 15th, but because everyone started paying this lap, we did actually go back up to 5th place. So DZO goes for the pass. Alright, fair enough, they didn't want to work together, that's fine, but then they overshoot it, so I try to go for the undercut, and I do get enough speed. Now, Coca-Cola is not really a place you want to fight or pass, but after my mistake earlier, I'm like, you know what, screw this, I'm going to keep this, I'm going to fight, and DZO kind of goes really wide. I mean, you know, fair enough, I guess. They didn't really go narrow, even though it was on the outside, but at the same time, they had the inside, so whatever. I decided I'm just going to stick behind them, use the slipstream. I'm going to go ahead and take this as free time. And so surprisingly, MLP cantilever pitted twice, and I was surprised about that because they pit the lap after and they pitted again. Turns out they didn't actually change their tires, so that's a pretty bad move. That will kill your race right there. And again, I'm just behind DZO because I'm like, hey, he's faster than me. I'm going to go ahead and slipstream him. So you can see main prize right behind me, about 3 seconds. They were number 2 on the qualifying, so I know they're fast. And so again, I'm slipstreaming DZO down the straight, where he pulls all the way to the right. I'm like, okay, I don't get why you're being so defensive. And then all of a sudden, you see right here, he brakes, and that caught me off guard for a second. I realized he was pitting again. And I was confused because he pitted with me on mediums, and he's on mediums again. So for some reason, I don't know if they chose the wrong tires or what, but they ended up going for a 2-stop. And this caught me completely off guard. I did not expect to be in the lead of the race at this point. So I was thinking, oh great, this is my race to lose now. So you can see here that main prize is 3 seconds behind. And I'm like, alright, well, they're fast, but I have about 4 laps. So what is that, 3 seconds? Maybe I can maintain this. But just in the first few corners here, turns 1 through 3, they gain about 4 tenths on me, 3 tenths on me. And I'm feeling a bit nervous. I'm thinking, great, they're on the medium tires. So actually watching the replay, A, they're faster than me, and B, they're much better on tire saving. So you can see I have some red right here. They didn't really have any on the replay, but I didn't know that at the time. I thought they were on medium, so I'm thinking, crap, how am I gonna do this? So again, we're just riding along to show how that gap is closing pretty quickly, and I was trying to not think about that too much, not let that get to me, just keep running my own race, do what I can. You know, there's nothing else I can do at this point but drive as fast as I can. So you can see there the gap shrinks down to about 2.3 seconds. We lost 0.7 of a second this lap coming through sector 3. This is when I really thought they were on mediums. Turns out they're hard tires, and their tire conservation is just way better than mine. But you can see here, just in the third sector alone, we've lost about 0.3 of a second. So I'm just, again, trying to maximize my straight line speed for the main straight. Kind of go a little wide, not really the best turn there. Missed the apex by a mile, and after just one lap, they already cut out over a second to my gap. So I was a bit nervous. So we're going to go ahead and cut down to lap 12 because, again, they were just gaining on me throughout. I was able to maintain a neutral, like, delta for some laps. Other times they gained a lot, but you can see by lap 12 they're right in my bumpers. So I'm not going to go defensive yet, just because it's lap 12 or 13. Even if they try to pass me here, I could go for a return move on the straightaway, and I think they're aware of that. You can see they're not going for any moves. They're kind of just biding their time, waiting. And by this point, you can see my tires are definitely showing signs of wear. They're not blowing on my tires to dead yet, but they're definitely worn out. So you can see here I'm kind of struggling now with the understeer just because of that, and main prize behind me is just kind of sticking with me and being patient. You can see there they take the corner way better. You can see on the radar, and also the gap, they cut about 0.2 off there. So you can see that I am fully under attack, and I need to defend for my life if I want to get this victory. So I ignore defending that corner. I'm trying to maximize my speed. You can see there that they're right on the radar. The main prize is right behind me, and now they're pulling on the side, but they don't have the overspeed, so they go back for my draft. I'd pull over. I didn't pull over fast enough. I really should have just darted to the inside to defend that. They're able to get to the inside. I can't really do anything because they have a slight overlap, and I don't want to hit them, so I try to pin them narrow. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll pull over like this. I'll brake. I'll get the cut back on them. They're on the inside firmly, so I'm trying to slow down and get the cut back, but they're on the apex. They block it, so I can't get a good exit off of them. So I'm right behind them, heading into Coca-Cola. So I'm thinking I'm not going to pass here. You know, that's suicide. So just going to buy my time, see if maybe I can set something up for the hairpin. So I brake early, and you can see they go wide here. So I mean, obviously the pressure's there, but again, they have the inside for 100R. You're not going to pass on 100 on the outside 100R on the same tires, especially when I have way more tire wear than them. So that kind of ruins the setup for the hairpin. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe the chicane, maybe sector 3, I don't know, but this is where the difference in the tire saving and their tire life really goes to show. As you can see there, they can just pull away from me, and I'm starting to get concerned now because Impatient Meteor, who was the pole sitter, is now closing pretty rapidly. So I'm just trying, at this point, I'm thinking, okay, I think first is out of reach now. I'm just going to defend second because right there, just through Dunlop, you can see how much main prize pulled away from me. I'm almost out of their slipstream range now, and Impatient Meteor is firmly within my slipstream range. So this is turning into a mega defensive race, unfortunately, just not for first position, and I have a heart attack here as I think I was going wide into nets, or turn 15 nets, I don't know which one that is, but yeah, so Impatient Meteor's right behind again. I'm going to go ahead and maximize my straight line speed. Even if they try to go up the inside, I'll have the overspeed on them. So you can see here I'm out of slipstream range of main prize. Impatient Meteor's right behind me, so I'm just not gonna block yet because Impatient Meteor's not close enough. I'm trying to minimize my length. Main prize goes over. I know I'm safe, so I swerve over just to flash my headlights and celebrate the second place. Which, honestly, if I didn't make that mistake, laying MLP cantilever through at Coca-Cola, if I just did that right, maybe it could have been a win. Maybe I would have had enough of a gap. I don't know, but either way, second place, I'm not going to be upset about that. 218 points, that is my highest point total so far of any race. So still super proud of that, and 218 points means I increased my score in the GR Cup, so I'm doing pretty well here. Given that there are only 2 entry slots, definitely going to take this and run. Even though maybe a victory was in the cards, who knows. But anyways, yeah, so that's all for this race. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, bye, viewers.